stream. Fuck it. Hold on. I gotta wait until I'm 100% sure that I am live. Cough. You are live. Okay. Ziad, you're getting old, man.
Master Chief.
Master Chief. Snake. 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 Yo, what's going on, guys? How's it going? Ain't nobody even in here yet because I ain't give the shit to... Oh, shit, Captain Oryx in here. Yo, what's going up? What's going on? I said what's going up. Goddamn. I'm tired. All right, so... I didn't feel like recording a quick review. I didn't feel like editing and shit. Yo, what's up, Shisui? So I decided, fuck it. The official is out. Let's get a bunch of niggas together. Well, wait, Florian, are you black?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay, let's get a bunch of niggas together and let's talk about the chapter instead of me just like doing all of those jump cuts and shit. And I also gotta apologize because I ain't eat all day and I'm gonna be munching down on this Italiano de cheese. Oh, hello, Miss Cheeseburger. How you doing?
Dog, we both on cheeseburgers. Let's go.
Word, like Italian cheeseburger. How you doing, baby? Ooh, you bought a friend? Hello, Miss Iced Tea. What? She only like to watch? Okay. But yeah,
a double patty? Oh shit,
hey,
they give me double patties on a slider, bro.
All right, but yeah, I decided to just say, fuck it, let's just talk about the chapter. I'm assuming everybody here read the chapter, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay, I didn't, so we're gonna have to go through this shit, and I'm fucking with you, Z. All right, and real quick, why didn't I save the picture? Fuck it, I don't care. Real quick, I got a face reveal of Ziad. Shisui, Kuma, y'all are in here. Have y'all seen Ziad's actual face reveal? If you have,
I think they have.
I'm not sure if they did, but bro, that is not him. That's not him. I'm not going to out this man. I'm not going to out this man and show like his face on the stream. Cause like that's grimy as hell. But that's not this man. That is not this man. Yeah, she's what you saw him. Hold on, wait.
I don't understand what's so.
That is not him. That's not him. It don't match his voice. But yeah, so chapter 9. Wait, hold on. Oh, 935. Wow, I'm looking at the viz and I got the shit like right here. 935. Oh. Please excuse my room. It's dirty again, but not as bad. Like this is my laundry. That's a garbage bag from me cleaning up. I've been making some upgrades to my setup, as you can tell. I got the Xbox One, the Xbox 360. I need to get the original Xbox. I got the PS4, the PS2, the PS Vita, the PSP, and the PS1 right there. I got the DS. I got the 3DS, and I got the Nintendo Switch right there. I'm back to my Game Boy Advance. My mother's half sister stole when I was younger, so fuck her. My SP actually snapped in half like 2 months ago. And like I had to toss that shit. Hey Kuma, throw out the Xbox. Man, throw out your face. But yeah. All right.
Mortal Kombat 11 next month.
I'm gonna have to hold off on it.
Damn. Oh, shut up.
What console, nigga?
Xbox.
Xbox. All right, niggas. Depending on what my funds look like, I'll beat the hell out of you. Don't worry.
You don't have the funds.
Yeah, most likely, probably. I already found another job, so it ain't nothing but a G thing. But yeah, so chapter 935, titled Queen. Again, Oda is fucking with us with the cover stories. We need a cover story, Oda. I need something to preoccupy my time while I am reading One Piece. I need another story to speculate aside from just the main story, because it's starting to get a little predictable. Not really, but kind of, sort of. But the cover page is Smoker chilling out, smoking some cigars, and some mice is saying no to his smoking. It causes cancer, and they're dousing his shit. Not only these little bastards are disrespectful. I'm just throwing that out there. Who requested this, by the way? Was it Noda? Request who? Oh no, Michi Nakahara. Yeah, kind of. Wait, hold on, what? Nah, fam, my face is more valued than the Xbox. Well, ha! Have you played Monster Hunter? Come on, Kuma. Get your life together.
Ooh.
All right, but chapter opens up with in the officer tower. Miss Solitaire is all right. She's a headliner, so instantly she's already lost credit. She's already lost some credit. Headliner trash. She's a monkey. She's a monkey smile. Who is that? Oh, Florian. Wait, Florian, you left? Oh shit.
Nah, my internet disconnected.
Oh, damn. And of course, niggas gotta be niggas. They outside shooting. I need to get the fuck out of here. Solitaire is a headliner with a smile, with a monkey smile. Now, originally looking at her design, I thought it was some type of play on Spider Monkey, you know, like multiple arms. And then somebody wait, say it again.
My gym partner is a spider monkey.
Wait, hold on, say it again. What?
My gym partner is a spider monkey.
My gym partner is fucking Spider Monkey. Terrible. I thought it was a play on a Spider Monkey because you know Spider Monkey 6 arms. No, it's not. She has her arms, and then there's the monkey arms, and you know how monkeys' feet also work as a fucking work like hands, and that somebody pointed that shit out to me, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's creative. I thought it was play on a Spider Monkey because originally when I read this in the fucked up translation, I looked at Solitaire, like I just looked at the S in Solitaire and just skipped over the rest of it and just thought, oh, spider smile, and just breezed on. But then Christian had pointed out, why the fuck does she have a tail? And I'm like, what? And I'm like, I guess spider monkey. So yeah, that's why I thought that. Can y'all continue the conversation real quick? I'm about to take a bite.
What are you?
Nah.
The real conversation continues later on in the series.
Like, the problem is that like she shows up just to be exactly what we've seen headliners be: incompetent.
That's true. That's 100% true.
I mean,
she does.
If they were up
Headliners
against like
haven't
Usopp
done
or
anything
Nami,
except for Hawkins.
Like, if you're not one of the Toby Roppo, who the only one who, if you're not a supernova, you're probably not gonna matter if you're a headliner because Page One got off screen by Sanji.
yeah, but this is Sanji with the
Page
raid
one
suit.
was at least somewhat impressive, like compared to like.
Okay, yeah, but Page One wasn't a headliner though. He was like one of the
Toby Roppo, which are they're like the top 6 headliners.
yeah.
Top 6.
And so like, it's just like the way if you're a headliner in this story and you aren't X Drake or Hawkins, you're gonna be used as a throwaway. Like even if you're kind of impressive.
Hey, don't forget about Sheepshead.
Sheepshead caught fat L's too. And that's sad. The best headliner that everybody thinks of is Sheepshead, and he showed up in Zoe. Like,
Hold on, Christian said the Discord audio is low. Can I get a mic test? Smash.
booty butt cheeks.
One more time.
Booty butt cheeks.
Florian.
Yo.
Ziad.
Hello.
A little bit more. Okay. Christian, I think that might have fixed it. Thank you for letting me know. But apparently, these fucking smile fruit. It's already been established that these smile fruits. These smile fruits are absolute garbage. Like every time you eat one, it's not guaranteed on how it's gonna affect your body. Are you gonna get a monkey shooting out your ass? Are you gonna get a lion, like lions for nipples, or are your legs gonna turn into crabs and make it so you can only walk side to side? Because that's what happened to this crab smile dude, and Rizzo took advantage of this motherfucker.
Is that racist? I feel like this is a little racist.
And Rizzo took advantage of the fact that he can only move side to side, and he stole the keys to what the fuck? Stole the keys to the Sea Stone handcuffs. Why would you leave this man in charge? Not
of anything.
Yeah. Okay, he can only move side to side. Did you pick him up, place him in front of the vault, and he moves side to side in front of the vault? So like that, in front of a straight, narrow hallway? If that's the case, how the fuck did Rizzo get past him? You shouldn't put this kind of man. Exactly, like, and if you look in the
Rizzo is awesome.
He's a hype ninja. It's just that he doesn't have the hype ninja design that I want. It's not edgy.
Yeah.
It's goofy. But we get confirmation that Rizzo is one of the 9 Red Scabbers, the 9 Akazaya. I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah, the Akazaya 9. Yeah, something like that. I can't pronounce Japanese words. I am black. I'm not Blasian. And something that I'm just now realizing, and I know a lot of people gonna call me stupid, especially Christian, is the instead of having a moon tattoo on his ankle, Rizzo has that shit scarred on his forehead. Yeah. I am just now realizing that is what that is for. I thought it was just like a battle scar, and the fact that it was shaped in like a crescent moon was just something that's out of nowhere. Like it was just a fun look. But Rizzo, absolutely hype, blitzing past all of these dudes, all of the dudes in the fucking jail cell that's supposed to be guarding this hallway. He's speeding past them like that, absolutely nothing. So again, why leave these people in charge? Why put the smile fruit users in charge of guarding anything? At least you could have gotten some actual devil fruit users to guard this shit, or at least some competent fighters. I get it, the gifters are a large part of an army, but I think that's just from sheer numbers and not, I think it's from quantity over quality. The headliners and like the smile users, the absolute trash. Absolute trash.
These are basically your standard Marine, except they have smiles.
Yeah,
so,
like
they just get to look different. Like all of Big Mom's crew, was like food covered or some kind of shit.
Yeah, these guys have taken devil fruits, abilities that are supposed to be putting you above the Marine fodder, and because they're like randomized, it's lowered their effectiveness. So now it's taken like that step above fodder and brung them down to make them all fodder. They're fodder with superpowers.
Why don't they just leave page 1 as the warden or something? At least he'll be competent.
Exactly.
Like they have like the only competent headliners aren't doing like the important jobs.
Important. As far as we know, X Drake and Page 1 are just sitting around waiting to be called in. Why not leave?
That's how they came off too. Like
yeah, like why not leave the Toby Ropo, the flying fighters, in charge of the prison? Or at least
X Drake levels villages and leaves. So
yeah, and again, that seems like his only job. Whenever it's time to fight, they call him in, and once he's done, they put him back in the box.
I'm assuming that the page ones they reserve those fighters for more important jobs, because that one cover story where Drake captures Caribou, so like they get shipped out to do stuff and they don't want to be just stuck on like desk duty at a fucking prison, because it's not that important to them. I'm assuming.
Give me a second.
But it should matter to Kaido. Right? Like,
I mean, that is fine.
It depends on who they have captured. Like, as of now, there was really no one of importance until Luffy and Kid showed up, right? Like everybody else
have all the 6.
They have Old Man Go, who's technically relevant because of who
he's too weak to do anything. Like would
Kawamatsu.
You ever...
Right.
Wait, he was playing.
He was under lockdown again. It was only until Luffy came into the wrench where the prison actually starts to break down. Now you have an actual problem when you capture someone of actual value.
Yeah, he said he ain't had no money to buy a game. That's why
it would make more sense to keep Luffy in what's it called?
Kid.
Bruh, terrible.
I mean, like the only reason why Luffy
I'm streaming on YouTube right now, bro. I'm gonna call you later. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get on the game.
I guess they didn't think about it.
All right, when I'm done,
I'm not keeping the prison to like a high regard, is what I'm saying. Like I'm not, it's not impelled down.
You should always have the prison.
Okay, I'm back. Yo, Kuma, I keep forgetting that this mic is not like linked to the Discord and coming through. I forgot that I gotta mute that shit, so I was still coming in through fuck it, wasn't that big. It wasn't an important phone call anyway. I apologize for cutting y'all off. Please continue.
I don't even know what
you didn't cut us off.
Awkward silence. Nah, I just took a bite, bro. I'm hungry as hell.
I felt that.
I mean, you're the reader.
Oh yeah. Rizzo is one. Hey, hold on, time out. Goddamn, this is the worst stream I ever had. Well, nah, I've had worse. Give me a second. I need to pull something up because I've compiled my list of who I believe to be the 9 red scabbards. And it's an obvious list, but all right, I got it right here. It's an obvious list with the exception there are no straw hats included in this because people thought that the prophecy was for telling like the nine people to come and save the country.
Zoro comes in.
Yeah, Zoro, Luffy, and the rest of the straw hats. God damn, that burger good.
I thought it was a prophecy and not just
but these people already have the title of the nine. So here's my list. Hold on. I thought all the 9 were all men. I don't think so. Here's my 9. Number 1 being Kinemon, the leader of the ready to go man. Kinemon, like I said, he's the one heading it all. He's the one closest to Momonosuke. He's the head of this guard. These are like the Kingsglaive, and Momonosuke is like the emperor of it all. Kiku, Raizo,
really?
Yeah, I think Kiku's one of them. She was one of the retainers that got sent into the future. No Shinobu because she was Kinemon's student. If she had the same title of him, I don't think that she would be a student.
Isn't Kiku a student of Kinemon too?
But she's also
she used to be a student of Kinemon. He was her teacher. But she was a retainer just like him. And so is Shinobu, but she was still like Kinemon's what's the name? But yeah, you know what? No, fuck that. Ziad, you actually right. You just poked a hole in my entire list. Fuck you. Then there's Raizo. Then number 3, there's Raizo, obviously, because in this chapter we got the confirmation. I don't know why it took me so long to make this list. Kanjuro, obviously. Kawamatsu, he's one of the 3. Let's just say all 3 of the samurai that they're saying that it's not that we want them to join this. We need them in order to have any kind of fighting chance. All 3. So Ashura Doji,
That's it.
Ashura Do. Hold on, wait. Kanjuro, Kawamatsu, Ashura Doji. That's number 6. I think he's one of the 9. But since Odin's gone, he doesn't work for the Kozuki. He was only loyal to Odin, so he just threw his whole shit out the window. But Kinemon already flexed on this man. He let him fight, and then he looked him straight in the face and said, "You don't have a choice. You know the type of man that I am." And then he looked him back in the face with honor and equal respect.
I'm guessing you're gonna put Kenshiro in there, right?
Kenshiro.
Mm.
Who the hell
Not
is
Kenshiro. What the fuck am I saying?
Kyoshiro?
Kenshiro.
And there we go. Number 7, Kyoshiro. I still believe that he is the missing retainer that we saw in the flashback of Kozuki Castle burning. The reason that I think that we didn't get a distinct view of him is because he has that real distinctive pompadour and a real noticeable face, which is why I think Oda gave him like that big ass that Aura's hat. I think that he was the one who stayed behind to protect Hiyori, which I still don't understand why they didn't get thrust into the future with Momonosuke and them. Wouldn't it be safer?
She was lost or something to separate them.
Probably. Who knows? And over time, and my whole theory is over time, Hiyori and Kyoshiro just gave up. They just gave up hope of anybody ever coming back. So they decided, fuck it. I'm gonna live. I'm gonna do what I have to do in order to survive. Whether it be becoming taking out Hyo, who is actually number 9 on the 9 scabbards list. Whether it be taking him out and taking his place and rising through the ranks, or hoeing myself out and trying to marry the shogun in order to become legitimately the top of this country. They hate the man. They hate Orochi and Kaido, but there's nothing that they can do except just rise through the ranks.
Make the best out of it.
Yeah, make the best out of the situation that they were left in. Damn, Ziad, you on point today. Jesus Christ.
What?
I think the Manslayer, the dude with the scythe, is Denjiro, and we'll actually get to him in a little while with Zoro and his missing sword shit. And like I said, number 9 I think is Grandpa Hyo.
What is Oda doing with Zoro? Like,
I think Oda is pulling the same shit that he did in we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. But yeah, Raizo, absolute hype. He is speed blitzing past all of the guards in this fucking hallway. Which, does Raizo have a devil fruit? Does he have something like does he, not the more fruit from what the fuck is the multi nomi? Because he can copy anything he touches or like himself. Because like we saw him do the multi shadow shuriken and we saw him do the shadow clone jutsu.
I mean, didn't someone say that they can't use their powers underwater?
Yeah, Shinobu said that.
Shinobu said in Wano they're actually called cursed people. They're called cursed ability, not cursed.
Yeah, but the thing is, devil fruit users can use the fruits underwater.
Well, it depends on the ability, and how much of their body is submerged. Because remember, Oda said that in order for the weakness to really start to take effect, you have to be submerged at least knee high. And still water doesn't work as well. It still works, but not as well. Oda needs to give us more clarity when it comes to devil fruits and the whole weakness to water shit. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, she did say that. But what was your point? Like, well, he a ninja. Kuma said he a ninja. I mean, yeah, he is a ninja, but in One Piece, anything you do that's mystical in some way, it has some type of explanation. Whether it be devil fruits, 6 powers, illusions.
You know, there are a lot of characters in One Piece who have powers just because.
Can you give me a name?
Hideo.
Like Shinjao and Sai, they have that technique, quote unquote, that makes them produce shockwaves. There's Sanji with his fire. There's Zoro with his demon shit.
The shockwave thing, that's not really that big of a deal. We've seen shockwaves be produced before. All you need to do is just have strength, and I guess you could produce a shockwave. Fishman Karate users do it all the time. Hell, Koala is human and she knows Fishman Karate. Sanji's fire has been explained on 3 different occasions. At first, there was friction from him spinning, and then
it's his passion.
And then it was his passion burned so hot that he could just ignite it without spinning anymore, because people needed an explanation instead of just taking it at face value. It's a fucking manga. You can't have the character spin every time he wants to activate it. It's not practical.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that Oda can make characters and give them abilities and give whatever kind of excuse.
And that's what I'm saying. Like but all of it can be explained, with the exception of Ashura, because we haven't even gotten into that yet.
Yeah, I don't understand.
They said that it's an illusion. I'm still sticking to the fact that it's to the whole thing that it's Conqueror's Haki.
Really?
But to each its own.
I'm not giving Zoro Conqueror's Haki.
I am. That nigga has it.
I can see Zoro getting Conqueror's Haki later on, but not now.
Just like Zoro, like low-key had observation Haki in Alabasta, I think that's what Ashura is.
Zoro is not really. That wasn't really observation Haki. Zoro just has early. Kind of that instinct.
It was early signs of observation Haki.
No, I'm not saying it's observation. I'm saying it's like kind of instinct. Zoro is kind of like, you know, that trope of like, oh, he's an animal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, at the time it was just, oh, excuse me. At the time it was just, damn, he's that aware in battle that he can tell where his swords are without even seeing where they fell. Kuma said if Mihawk has it, then Zoro has it.
But the thing is, Zoro isn't just a copy of Mihawk or a copy of Rayleigh. It's like a mix between the two.
It's a mix between two. And to be honest, I'm starting to fall off the parallel shit. Like, why does they have to be the next Rayleigh, the next Mihawk, the next Shanks, the next this, the next that? Zoro is Zoro.
It's obvious that there are parallels. Like
there are parallels, but they're not the next. You see what I'm saying? He is Zoro. Yes, he shares some similarities with some of these other characters, just to show you that that he's like them in certain regards. God damn, this sandwich just gave me heartburn, you delicious bastard.
You still didn't finish it?
No, because I'm trying to keep talking and not like just be on camera stuffing my face. But
sometimes you got to be on camera just stuffing your face.
I know, and the worst part about it is that the sandwich is still warm. It's still hot. The sandwich has never done that shit before, and the fucking smell of it is coming up into my face, and it's making it even harder because I'm drooling and I'm trying to keep it in my mouth while I'm talking. But what the fuck? Oh yeah, but I don't think that the whole it's a direct parallel. Like look at Kobe, Smoker, and Garp and Sengoku. I don't think there are parallels, but people still argue which one of them is quote unquote hit the next Garp. I don't think either of them are the next Garp.
Even though that Smoker has a lot more similarities to Garp.
Smoker chases Luffy, has chased Luffy around the Grand Line. Give me a second. Hold on. Actually. Please enjoy the ramblings of Florian, Ziad, and Smash while I attend to what my family wants.
All right, so
Kuma, like I said, I think Zoro is a mix between Rayleigh and Mihawk. Let's say Mihawk does not have Conqueror's Haki. So even though that because of Rayleigh is in the mix, end of series, I see Zoro having the best aspects when it comes to combat out of both of them. Like if Rayleigh has it and Mihawk doesn't, he's gonna take the Conquerors from Rayleigh, and he's going to have the better armament.
So what you're saying is, no matter what happens, you want Zoro to get Conquerors.
It just seems very likely. I don't see why Rayleigh would have it and Zoro doesn't. Even though I don't think he's a carbon copy of Rayleigh. It's a mix between both him and Mihawk. But I don't see Rayleigh has it, but the next generation, this guy doesn't have it. Why? Seems weird.
I see why everybody believes. I wouldn't be mad if
he doesn't need it. He doesn't need it.
Yeah. Need
it just seems odd that he doesn't have
it. It would. If Rayleigh had it, I could see why Zoro should have it or could have it, but it's not like I'm hoping for it.
Jesus
I'm not hoping for it. I'm not really. I don't like it. I don't dislike it. It's likely. Very likely to me.
Wait, what's going on now?
I'm talking about Zoro having Conquerors, and it's it's not like I want him to have it. It's not like I don't want him to have it. It's it should happen the way I'm seeing it.
You just don't really want it to happen.
It's not like I don't want it, and it's not that I do want it.
So it's like me in the carrot situation.
Yeah.
Okay. But Luffy kicks the shit out of the Scorpion guy, Daifugo, a name very, very similar to Daifuku. Goddamn. But on the whole Zoro shit, I think it's gonna happen. I do see the argument for him not having it because then it makes Luffy seem less special, especially being the captain of the crew. But at the same time, Zoro's Zoro. He's God. He's Zoro. He's goddamn God.
I mean, Roger, I think it's obvious to say that he did have Conquerors.
Roger, it's obvious that he had Conquerors Haki, but nowhere in the story, data books, SBS, or Viva cards does it state that he had it.
He has the voice of all things, though. So
yeah, he had the voice of all things, but nowhere does it state that Roger had Conquerors Haki. Nowhere is it even hinted.
Shinjao has it.
Wait, say it again?
Shinjao has it, and Roger, you're like, come on.
Oh yeah, but
I mean,
Shinjao got
Garp having it.
Shinjao got put down by Garp, and as far as we know, Garp doesn't have it. But Sengoku does.
if this chapter review is gonna be short because it's it's a mid chapter, you can include the Weaver cards in it, and it's also short, but it does.
Oh yeah,
have some
I was gonna like see if y'all had time to talk about the Weaver cards after. How long have we been going so far? 30 minutes. Damn, it's only been 30 minutes. Where? And I'm only on like page 4 out of 20. All right, Luffy's fucking up the guards. He gets one-shotted by Bam. Let's just call him Bab, because I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that shit. Another headliner. Luffy gets one shot, but he also states that by the time, like, wearing these sea stone cuffs, he's also training some shit. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. He's also training himself, so when they come off, shit's gonna get real. And then enter and Hio is tending to Luffy. Yo, you okay? Hio better have some loud G shit. Oh wait, it's backwards on camera. He better have some loud G shit, like some serious loud G.
To make him worth all the effort, yes.
To make him worth all of the effort, because inside this prison, when the prison break starts, people are gonna be on his side. He probably most likely still has followers on the outside, because remember when we were going through all of the samurai that were getting the slips handed out to him, it was that one old guy that was saying, yo, I don't think this is a good idea, especially because back in my heyday, like when I was younger, I would have jumped on this immediately, but in my old age, I don't think that I will be much help. If he goes out, I guarantee those old dudes are taking up arms, and they're going to be somewhat proficient. He better have some loud G shit. When he get out, Sanji goes, man, all they fed you was like 2 dongos a month. Here, eat this. He smells it. He gets buff, and he starts eating away. He better have some life return, body rejuvenation shit. Something.
They're not going to just write him off.
Yeah, oh, absolutely not. Hell no, because Luffy saved this dude before we even we got his introduction, but before we actually knew who he was, like legitimately knew who he was, he was already in the story. And now that we got this, he's gonna be some type of important character. He has to outside of this prison. He is probably going to be another one of the heads who recruits another large section of the army, who brings more people over from the other side, from like Kaido's side, and brings them to him. Because with Kyoshiro, when they see that he's back, a lot of Kyoshiro's people are probably gonna switch over. And if Kyoshiro is one of the 9 scabbards who turned traitor, then that's revenge right there. Especially if he gets his fucking body rejuvenation shit. I apologize about me flexing. I'm not that strong. I'm skinny. Don't judge me. Don't you body shame me. But yeah.
Body shame him.
Body shame him. Queen shows up and is in love with Komurasaki.
And he brings in the funk.
Yeah, he's bringing in the funk. Funky.
Funk.
The funky town. Now, people are using this as evidence to say Queen isn't an Okama. Personally,
bisexual.
I don't give a fuck either way. Like, in all honesty, I don't give a fuck either way if Queen is an Okama or not. But one of the dudes says, when do you think we should tell Queen that Komurasaki is dead? Other dudes like, fuck that, I'm not saying shit. On the Komurasaki thing, there's no way she's dead, right? Absolutely,
yeah, of course
absolutely no way. She's dead. Absolutely no way she's dead, which again, I like to use for my Kyoshiro theory that he's the missing retainer. He's still protecting her, and he's getting her out of the way before she actually gets herself hurt. He took her out and feigned killing her, and I think that that is the catalyst to bringing her and Momonosuke back together. Mm-hmm. That is how I see it going down. But Queen the Plague, bounty 132 billion berries. Billion berries, higher than Katakuri, and Queen is not the strongest card in the deck. That was obvious. Usopp catching.
And I hope Glam is watching this, because he's the guy who said that no one other than Luffy, who's not a Yonko, would have a bounty of 1.5 billion or higher. And Rayleigh definitely has it.
Now,
and Marco, I think, definitely has it.
Now, we all know that bounties do not equal. Hold on, I apologize. Give me a second.
Finish this fucking sandwich.
Bro, you know what's crazy? I'm only done half.
Wait, Kuma, you're saying that King is gonna be 1.8 billion?
I can actually see it.
What?
Really?
Nah, I keep King at like 1.4 at most.
Let's say 1.6, but 1.8.
I'm not giving King 1.
I would put King anywhere between 1.4 and 1.6 or 7 billion. I would not be surprised. Hell, I wouldn't even be surprised if he was 2. The reason, yeah, the reason that and people say, oh, but Blackbeard is around the 2 billion berry mark. Okay, Blackbeard is also a young emperor. Like he's a new emperor. He doesn't have the rampage experience or the time put in as people who say like Big Mom or Whitebeard. They've been causing chaos since hell before they even had their own crews. Blackbeard, he was on Whitebeard's crew, keeping it real low key. He didn't even have a bounty when he dipped off on his own. So
here's another thing. How would you think Kaido would react if he saw Katakuri like coming up to confront him? How would Kaido react?
Son, what are you doing here? I thought you were supposed to be at your mom's this weekend.
Like the point is, he's not gonna care. Like he's
gonna look at him and go, and on top of it, you have to imagine Katakuri doesn't leave Whole Cake Island like that, and when he does, it's for good reason.
Yeah.
Kaido's crew.
When Big Mom saw King, he's like, oh.
Kaido's crew.
That's King.
Yeah. Kaido's crew seems more worldly. They seem like they go out and cause chaos way more. And we've already been told that bounty represents the danger you pose to the world government. These fuckers cause a lot of chaos, cause a lot of destruction in the outside world.
They resorted to bioterrorism on Zoe. Like, to me, that's all you needed.
Word.
They used chemical weapons on Zoe. Like, they gassed an entire nation.
Chemical weapons are so bad. Even the motherfuckers losing in the wars, whose only options are chemical weapons, went, we can't use these. Time out. Pause. That against the rule books. Nah, Geneva Convention. That's how bad chemical weapons are. And that was just Jack invading a country that nobody knows or cares about.
Like, the fact that he did that, like, on Zoe, for one person, looking for one person.
Now imagine if he actually was there to destroy the entire country and kill everybody there.
Like, they was on some, oh, we want to find this guy, so let's fucking gas the entire nation.
How was you gonna find him if everybody was dead?
That's Kaido crew logic. So,
I mean, if you can't find a needle in a haystack, you
burn the haystack. That's funny as hell. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if King's bounty was. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 2 billion, but I don't think it's going above. I don't think it's going above 6, to be honest. Marco, he was he's first division commander. First division commander of the Whitebeard Pirates. As far as we know, these motherfuckers didn't have a dedicated home base. Their home base was the ships. They traveled all the time. They fucked with crews all the time. They brought people in all the time. Marco, I would not be so. I'm expecting his shit to be somewhere between 1.8 and 2 billion. That's just me.
2 billion.
Or above.
Especially invading Marineford. It has to be at least at 2 billion.
Word, he was the first division commander. Every other division commander jumped down into the battlefield before Marco. Marco did not touch the ground until most of the other commanders were already on the battlefield. He stood right there with Whitebeard or was flying directly above him. He looked Kizaru in the face and told him, "You can't take the king that easily." No, Marco is a god. Literally.
If only this stream was about Marco, I'd have talked a lot more about him.
Negro, this stream is the chapter wasn't all, it had information, but it wasn't all that. All right, talk up Marco. Marco is one of my mains.
All right, so I think most people here have heard me say that I think Marco is at the admiral's level, right?
I mean, didn't we basically get confirmation in an SBS?
Yeah, that was a Viva card.
Yeah.
It said that like Marco fights, like he fights evenly with admirals.
Yeah, and I talked a lot of people about. I've shown them that panel or whatever you call it, and I've told them the editors write these and Oda approves. So Oda approves with the perspective that Oda is on equal terms with the admirals, but they're like, oh no, Oda is wrong. The manga contradicts this. I'm like, wait, what?
The manga contradicts. You've been talking to Brago Boys.
There was this one part in Marineford where I believe it was Marco and Vista pulled up to Akainu.
Akainu?
Yeah, they slapped like Marco kicked him with the talon on his leg, on his foot, and I guarantee if hockey was the way it is now, that wouldn't have just been Akainu in magma form, twisted up, going, "Oh, those hockey users." No, he would have been bleeding. It would have hurt, not just deformed him.
Yeah, Akainu did the same thing Akiji did against Whitebeard when he.
Yeah, that's how I look at it now. Instead of just
when I always say, "Oh, Marco overpowered Kizaru physically," I always say Marco overpowered him physically, but they're like, "Oh, Kizaru wasn't trying." Like,
technically, neither was Marco. They were both trolling each other.
Yeah, they both weren't trying, but to say that. Oh, if both of them were trying, Kizaru was trying, he would not overpower Kizaru.
All right, I'm gonna put it like this: Marco was at the point where you either needed Kizaru, one of the admirals, to stop him, but no, it was either one of the admirals or Garp, and Garp was the one who knocked him out of the sky. It took Garp.
It's not like it did damage, but it still knocked him out of the sky.
Yeah, he was still able to get like one up on Marco in the sky, his element, where he reigns supreme. He's a fucking phoenix.
I'll just say one more thing about Marco. When Marco kicked Kizaru, he did not have his leg in Phoenix form.
He didn't.
Which means that if he was in Phoenix form, that would have done a lot more damage. Not only would he be stronger physically.
Technically, he was in hybrid form.
Yeah,
well, partial hybrid. Partial hybrid. Yeah, partial hybrid. Because if he was, because I think if he was in like full hybrid, he would have looked more like Pell, right? So Marco, that's another thing that I've been trying to tell people. Oh shit, what is that?
Okay.
Every single zone, in my opinion, has the potential for points like Chopper has. It's just that Chopper focused mainly on his. Marco, he can transform only his wings and focus on his flying and keep the rest of his body like normal. So I guess you'd call that wing point.
But there's also he had his wings transformed and he also had his legs transformed into talons, which also make his attacks slashing type, which would be more potent, which he did not use against Kizaru. If he did, it would be a problem.
Marco has the potential, and in my opinion, he is one of the strongest right hands to an emperor.
Probably Skindor first.
No, I would put Ben Beckman.
Yeah, I said that's why I said one of. I'm like Ben Beckman had Kizaru put his hands up and go, okay, I can't take him lightly. Once he looks away, that's when I can move. But until then, he kind of got me. He kind of got me here.
And I still can't believe the amount of people who use the first Yonko commanders as like a tier when not all of them are on the same tier.
All right, That's why I don't look. That's why I look at every crew has a. Kuma said, "Oh, Ben Beckman." First off, you spelled his name wrong. Kuma, it's 2 N's.
Idiot.
Every emperor has their crew structured a different way. Big Mom has she had 4 top fighters. Kaido, 3. Blackbeard, as far as we know, he has 10 top captains, 10 Titanic captains.
Yeah,
he has 10. Shanks, as far as we know, his only majorly like what the fuck strong person is Ben Beckman. The rest of them are still the rest of them are still fucking strong. Like his main people were all with him right there when he showed up to Marineford. But I'm talking about like the only ones that can match up to the likes of like, let's say Katakuri or King or the rest, or like Queen or them. I would think it might only be Ben Beckman. The point that I'm trying to make is that every emperor has a different structure to their crew. So Yonko commander, like Yonko 3 commander or Yonko 2 commander or first commander, I don't think that's a real thing. Well, right hand, like an emperor's right hand, I think that's a thing. But Katakuri, Smoothie, Snack Cracker, they're all sweet commanders. They all have the same rank. In my opinion,
Katakuri is not really a first mate.
Yeah, he's not. He's just the strongest person in the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they all still have the same rank. Barring Katakuri, I think Snack, Smoothie, and Cracker, they're all on equal footing. They're all on the same pedestal. It's just that they have different tools in their kit. Like they have different tools in their kit. Some can't take hits, some become giant targets, and another one got beat by a Rouge, and who knows the context to that shit.
A Rouge, we just gotta assume that a Rouge ain't no scrub. That's all.
Yeah, and even still, he retreated into Sky Island, which you'd have to assume was days later, probably even a week or two. He was still bandaged the fuck up, recovering.
I mean, we don't even know. It could have been like a Luffy situation where he had his like a crewmate helping him out too.
Yeah, like we don't. Yeah. All of the commanders are all on the same footing. People say, "Oh, Snack is weaker than Cracker." What do you have to back that up? Oh, he lost first. That doesn't mean shit. It just means that he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. If Cracker was there, he probably would have lost. Oh, Cracker did show up. Yeah, after when Arouge was already tired and fucked up from fighting Snack.
But looking at the abilities, though, the Cracker would kind of counter.
Oh yeah, looking at the ability. Well, looking at the abilities, he has an infinite wall that will just never stop pushing you. Just never.
Needs Gear 4 abilities, strength to break, and even then.
And that's another thing. People say, "Oh, Gear 4 wipes Cracker." No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Like when Luffy went up against Cracker, Luffy might have very well been stronger than Cracker, but Cracker countered him.
Yeah, it's about what you have in your kit. It's about matchups. It's not just about who has more ki or chakra pool. It like intelligence and strategy actually still matter in One Piece.
Yeah.
Luffy was throwing Kong guns and Calverines at Cracker in his normal body, and he dipped it and slashed at Luffy and cut through his armament hockey. It took Nami raining on the biscuits in order for Luffy to eat them. He didn't break them. He just took and swallowed it whole. And people talking about, oh, Ace can't beat Cracker. He can't burn it. If rain could soften it enough for Luffy to eat it, I'm pretty sure the flames that Ace produces can burn it until it crumbles.
And if Ace just throws an Entei, it's like, come on.
What the fuck can he do?
Yeah. Anyway, where were we again in the chapter?
Funky town. Queen shows up, and this is one of the things that I loved about this chapter. They gave Queen an actual character, like a full-on character. He's not just generic bad guy number 3 or generic top bad guy number 3 that you got to fight in order to get to the boss. They said, okay, I'm here. list off the problems in ascending order of, you know, severity. Eustace kid escaped. Nigga, what? What? Like this? The shit's comedic. It's like, okay, and number 2, someone stole the Sea Prism Stone handcuff keys. You're like, and what the fuck is number 1? Straw Hat Luffy is escaping as we speak. You're like, then bitch, stop him. Queen actually has a personality.
That wasn't Queen like even being like that's not necessarily even a gag. That was like, what the
yeah, like he has personality. He has worries. He knows if anything too bad happens, it's not gonna be like happy fun time. Nah, that's not how it's going down. It's not. Like when we first got introduced to Queen, I was just thinking, okay, serious bad guy who knows his way around some tools. Okay, and I guess he has a unique character design. So there are a lot of characters in Fairy Tail, yet they were kind of like generic. But Queen actually has a personality. Queen worries. It's not just like, oh, Eustace kid escaped. Okay, now what's the second thing? Someone stole the keys to the handcuffs. That's troubling. And the third, and what's the worst thing happening right now? Luffy's trying to escape. Let's go get him. Like, no, like he's not all serious. He's like, Queen is legitimately worried, and I fucking love that. But back in Ebisu Town, we don't give a damn about what the hell everybody else is talking about, except for the fact that these people in Ebisu Town might be a little sketchy. They're happy-go-lucky, they're smiling, but they might actually be like some thieving motherfuckers. But who cares? We already know Sanji is most likely in the bathhouse because he can go invisible. They're like, oh, where did Sanji go? Oh no, that pervert. Zoro is missing yet again.
For what fucking reason?
For what fucking reason? Now
he's only gonna make the arc more mid if he's actually on panel.
Now again, Zoro. I feel like Oda is doing what he did in Dressrosa with Zoro. He is literally keeping him out of the story until he needs him to beat somebody. Because, and I don't want that because Wano is supposed to be a swordsman heavy arc. Granted, samurai and swordsman training has been outlawed for the past 20 years, but
part of the problem is literally that Zoro doesn't have skills to contribute besides fighting. Like, what is there for him to do?
Yeah, like he's just
his role is the combatant of the crew.
He's the combatant crewman as of right now. Even though I'm still one of the people who believes he's the actual vice captain.
And I've watched a lot of reviews about this chapter, and a lot of people pointed this out. They've pointed this out before. I didn't buy it at first, but now it's clear. Like, yeah, Oda is trying to keep Zoro away from Sanji.
I don't think that he is trying to keep Zoro away from Sanji per se. I just think he's very clear. I think he's just trying to keep him out of the arc because, in all honesty, in all honesty, I don't think it has anything to do with Sanji because Zoro hasn't met up with anybody from the whole Cake Island team, like with the exception of Luffy. He literally has met up with nobody.
Yeah, but if he meets with anyone else other than Sanji, it's gonna be like a normal, like, meetup. Like, hey.
If he meets Sanji, what do you think is gonna happen?
He's probably gonna ask him what happened. How did you get out? How did you get out of the sticky situation?
If he was gonna ask that, he probably would have asked Luffy. You know, the captain, the person who actually wants to go get Sanji.
Yeah, but he's brain dead, so.
Well, maybe Sanji might confess to Zoro saying, "Oh, I'm sorry for X, Y, and Z." Because I mean, Zoro was mad that Sanji left.
Yeah, he wasn't so much mad. He was just telling Luffy he left. We have other things to deal with. We can deal with the abandoned crew member later, but right now we have we already have an emperor on our back. Technically, Big Mom is already on us from what you said in Fishman Island. We don't want to poke the sleeping bear. But if he does see Sanji, I don't think it's going to be a big confrontation. I think Zoro's going to say his words, have his piece. You left the crew. You know what happened to Usopp, but the fact that you're back, Luffy is actually taking shit serious. He's taking shit a lot more serious than he did at Water 7. So the fact that you're back, I'm going to assume that you apologized. Luffy settled it. That's it. Sanji is they're going to have a heart to heart, but I don't think it's going to be like this big situation that's going to lead to like a lot of people theorize that Zoro's leaving the crew. I don't see that happening. Like at all. I don't think
that happening, but it would be very interesting.
I do see a confrontation between Zoro and Sanji.
I don't think it's gonna be a confrontation though. I think it's gonna be
because the first time it was the first time that Zoro kind of wandered off when Luffy and Zoro were walking towards the crew. I was just like, oh, okay, they're just they're like how you said when Zoro just being like pushed away from the plot so he won't like mess things up by how Oda wants it to go. Because if Zoro was with Luffy when he fought Kaido, then Zoro probably would have done something, and then he would have spoiled Zoro's new awakening form or whatever he does from
the sword.
He's just pushing him away. But this one was just like, okay, he could have had Zoro stay here and meet up with Sanji if he wanted to, but he's just making him go away from Sanji for what reason?
The thing about that is Sanji, we don't know if Sanji was ever actually here. They probably all just dipped off because when he got done fighting Page 1, they were already running off to Ebisu Town. Sanji was being left behind, and for all we know, en route to Ebisu Town, Sanji dipped off himself and headed to the bathhouse because Nami and them said that they were already headed there. So
didn't he meet up with Usopp first?
Yeah, and Usopp was with Frankie, Law, and Sanji.
Yeah, but were they in Ebisu Town or like around it or
they were in the flower camp. We got a map for Wano too. Kuma said the only confrontation we're having Sanji rubbing in Zoro's face about his bounty is higher than his. That's another reason that I think that it's being held off.
That's gonna happen in the end of the arc.
The end of the arc, I think Sanji is going to try and rub it in his face, but by that time, another bounty increase is gonna go out. Sanji may not get that increase because his Germa outfit and his face being covered. He may not get the bounty increase, but Zoro's skyrockets.
Yeah.
And he's like, look, I got a better bounty. I got a higher bounty than you. And
you gotta remember that the Germa suit will still be visible, so he's gonna get a higher bounty off of having a Germa suit alone.
Okay, yeah, but I still think Zoro's is gonna be higher because he's only 10 million higher. He's only 10 million higher, and I think Zoro's going to have way bigger showing. Bigger showing.
Probably gonna be the higher rank.
Sanji already took down one of the Tobi Roppo.
And Zoro is going to literally open Wano. He is literally going to open Wano. He's going to split part of the country. They're going to call it the Great Roanoa Chasm. No, fuck that. The Great Hunter Divide or some shit like that. Mount Fujitora exists only for Zoro to dice it into pieces.
I bet Fujitora is gonna come in Wano.
I would actually like to see if any admiral comes to Wano. I think it should be Fujitora simply because of his aesthetic. But people argue why bring Fujitora into Wano when he was already in Dressrosa and we don't have a lot on Green Bull. I think that's a good point. I'm not denying it. I would just like Fujitora to show up in Wano just as much as I would like Tashigi to show up in Wano. But no, I know. I'm gonna tell you, just like I tell Eric and Christian, just wait until Tashigi shows up. You will eat your words.
And then a headliner kicks her ass.
No, she no-diffs headliners.
I bet she's gonna have trouble with a headliner.
Oda.
Nah. Tashigi's not having...
A woman no-diffing anything? Get out of here.
I mean, did you not see Kiku at the beginning of this arc?
This is Kiku, though. Kiku's, like, insane.
Yeah, she's a female swordsman. We got another female swordsman. But if the Marines do show up for whatever side, and the Marine, like, if the Marines show up and CP0's like, you have to protect the Shogun, and they find out, and Tashigi and Fujitora find out that like Orochi is in league with Kaido, and the Marine side split. I could see Fujitora playing that gray area again. Tashigi on one side. I actually don't want Smoker to be with Tashigi. And if she does show up, I don't want him to be with her. I want him to let her off on her own and let her be her own character. And people have argued, oh, but Tashigi does make decisions on her own. Technically, she doesn't. Every time she does everything of her own volition, it's because Smoker gave her the order. Do what you think is right. She's never just done shit because she thought the shit was right. Oh, but she let the Straw Hats go in Alabasta because Smoker had already told her, do what you think is right.
And she owed him.
That too.
Like they owed the Straw Hats.
Tashigi Funakuma. Oh, goddamn. Ooh.
Fuck no.
Ooh, damn. Did my fan fiction come out? But
Carrot's joining, but anyway.
Carrot's going to fucking die.
If she dies, that's fine. If she doesn't die, she's joining.
No, she's not. No, if she doesn't die, she's not joining. People, you know what all right, like Ziad, we've argued this 1,000 times.
I mean, it's obvious.
We've argued this 1,000 times. It's not that I don't think it's not that I don't see her joining. I see the possibility. Do I think she's joining? No. Do I want her to join? No. Do I see the possibility? Do I see the lead up? Do I see evidence? Do I see any type of anything leading up to it? Yes, I do see the possibility. Just like I saw the possibility for Rebecca and every other person that everybody is pitched for a Straw Hat crew member. I see the possibility. But do I think she's joining? No. I don't.
I mean, who else is joining?
Who else is joining? After Jinbei, to be honest, all I see, the only other possible person is Momonosuke. Outside of Carrot, the only other possible person who I think is actually more likely than Carrot is Momonosuke. And that's not even counting Jinbei because that fucker's already on the crew. The only thing about Jinbei, he's not on the fucking ship. If he was on the ship. He just said, yo, go ahead. I'm going to catch up. I got to make sure my last crew get out okay because I was their captain. Jinbei, hold up. Make sure you show up because I'm your captain now. That's Jinbei. That's Jinbei's situation. Vivi.
Jinbei in the water might actually be a threat to Big Mom.
Jinbei out of the water is a threat to Big Mom because remember the Vivi card said that he's able to push back a Yonko.
Yeah, he can push her back, but he's not doing damage. In the water, he can.
Push back.
I mean, he sent a water Kamehameha through some marine ships casually. Jinbei is a fucking force. If I'm in the water, if I'm in the ocean on a surfboard and I see this motherfucker poke his head up and look at me, and I see a shark and I see a swarm of shark fins to my right and Jinbei to my left, I'm going for the sharks.
Like, Jinbei in the water, his status physically, I think, is easily above Gear 4. Easily.
Easily? I don't think so.
Easily.
On par, maybe. Able to push back a skinny Big Mom, not a fat Big Mom. Kuma, regardless, it's still Big Mom. And it's still an Emperor. The Viva card specified push back an Emperor. It didn't say easily. It's just that he's able to do it.
Didn't they say in Arlong Park that in the water their physical abilities?
Fishmen are 10 times stronger than the normal person. So like a bodybuilder, like Shao Kahn, they're like 10 times stronger than that person. Like
but in the water, they're like 3 times stronger, right?
I think it said like their strength doubled.
Yeah.
So like a newborn fishman and a newborn baby. That baby fishman is already 10 times stronger than that newborn baby. Yeah. Throw that fishman in the water, that I'm sorry, little infant baby, but you did.
Yeah, it's like Jinbei times 2 when he's in the water. I put that above Gear 4. Times 2? Like, come on. Even though we have
a lot of portrayal for both. Even though we have a lot of portrayal for both, we really can't do that matchup because if Jinbei's in the water, that's not a fight.
Status in the water.
Oh, you're just talking about stats overall. Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, status.
Yeah, maybe most likely.
I mean, like
I'm not gonna go against it.
Like Luffy without Gear 4 is pretty weak in comparison to the Commanders.
To the Commanders, yeah.
Yes, because every time he fights someone without it, he's like, "Oh,
the top commanders, because you got to, because I was about to say, because you got to remember,
even against Cracker, like anyone he fought in the New World besides like Horty Jones, that's not even the New World. Like
that was like that again. That was like that gray line between
prologue.
Yeah, but like when you, I should say anyone besides Caesar, but he didn't do nothing against Doflamingo prior to Gear 4. Same thing goes for Katakuri and Cracker.
No, Doflamingo specified Gear 3 is strong enough to do damage to me. It's just too slow to actually hit me. Gear 2, it's fast enough to hit me, but it's not strong enough to do anything. You're fucked.
Although the Red Hawk did damage.
I'm just saying it was a pattern that every single time Luffy needed Gear 4 to actually win a fight.
I'm just waiting for the time. I'm just waiting for the point where Gear 4 becomes like his Gear 2, to where it's not
all the time he uses it.
Yeah, not all the time, but like
casual.
But he can blink in and out of that form with absolute ease. Because like
that would just mean that there's like guaranteed Gear 5.
Not necessarily.
I mean, if it's like instant, like it's just my usual mode. I would assume he has like at least an awakening.
All right, I'm waiting for the day where Luffy in his normal form, when he does a Kong gun, only his arm morphs and it goes to Kong gun and he just blasts it like that.
Oh. That would actually be a good buff.
He maintains his normal body, but he keeps the speed and all of the benefits of like Gear 4 and shit. Maybe not Snake Man, because when
he reserves hockey.
He reserves hockey, but I would still like him to have like the designs on his face and shit. I like the markings. I like markings when it comes to power ups. Meliodas, when I first saw that shit, was like, yo, stop, calm down. We get it. You can split a mountain with a twig. All right, put it away.
Dog said, when in doubt, whip it out. What?
Next page, Bathhouse. Fan service. People are raging because there isn't enough fan service.
Whoa,
I don't get it. Yeah, if you check Twitter, you check some reviews and shit, people are mad because One Piece finally has some like serious skin fan service, even though we had it in Alabasta. It's just that the artwork wasn't as developed as this. Hell, we even had it in Whole Cake, but it was a furry. We finally get some fan service, and people are saying, "Oh, it's not enough. Where are the titties?"
The idea of somebody saying this isn't enough fan service is wild to me.
Yeah, like I get people saying too much fan service. It's really wild. I get the people who say it's too much fan service. Like, look at Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail goes above and beyond way too much. Naruto, I feel like they have a good balance, but at the same time, when they do fan service, it too much. You went too big, too far. You went too big, too fast, and too far.
Naruto will have, like, there was that one scene with Kaguya when Naruto did the reverse harem jutsu. Yeah. So sometimes they go the other way.
Yeah. I can't do anime or manga where it's like a reverse harem. I can't. You can call me sexist if you want. When a key opens many doors, it's considered a master key. Bruh. But when a door is opened by many keys, the lock is broken. Just saying. Bathhouse. We see a bunch of dudes looking at Nami and Robin. Shinobu are those her knees? Are those her tits? Who knows? The world may never know.
Probably her knees.
We got one for titties, one for knees. Florian, you're the tiebreaker. Titty or knees?
Okay. All right. I'm saying it's titties.
Titties,
like,
and
it's too close to the face, and she's too big for her knees to go right up there.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, she skipped leg day, something crazy. Looking at how small she is and how big her head is, we saw what she looked like when she was younger. What the fuck is up with these people? When they let themselves go, they let themselves go. Like, they get dwarf syndrome. They get big head syndrome. Like, what the fuck? Like, she looked like she got collagen injections in her lips and went way too far. I want to see Shinobu when she was younger. Where's Bonnie?
Bonnie?
Bruh.
Yeah, where's Bonnie?
This man said, "Bring out Bonnie."
Bring Bonnie
me the
back.
youth.
Show me the youth.
I
Go
mean,
to shit in that Wano shower. Yo, but looking at these dudes. Sanji, I think we already see Sanji. I think Sanji's the dude with the straw poking up from under the water, trying to sneak a peek. Sanji's the ultimate pervert. And let's just take account. Sanji has already accomplished 2 out of 3 of his dreams. He's been to Fishman Island, been to Mermaid Cove. He found his all blue. He's invisible, and he got into the women's bath, even though, you know, it's a mixed bath. But 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. And in the New World, people can say Sanji's been taking L's since he got in the New World. I haven't seen it. I don't get that meme. I never did. Technically, he's been taking W's, actually. Sanji.
it's mainly about the whole love thing.
I think it goes to the because I remember hearing King talk on when Dritz had him on. He was saying how he kind of didn't like the fact that Sanji almost died from a nosebleed in the beginning of Fishman Island.
That was a gag and a plot point to introduce the segregation between fishmen and humans. But yeah, that was stupid as hell.
Like this fact that one of your main characters is gonna die from a nosebleed.
You could have had that blood loss come into play without a stupid gag. But let's count Sanji W since the New World though. Got to Mermaid Cove. Got to Mermaid Cove. He had mountains, literally mountains of mermaid titties. In pirate stories and sailor stories, mermaids are the jewels of the sea. You want a mermaid. You want a kiss from a mermaid. You do. He had mermaid titties in his face. That was at Fishman Island, and that's not the New World. And yeah, we can just skip Punk Hazard because ain't nothing really. Sanji didn't really do much there. From Punk Hazard in Dressrosa, he got a kiss from Viola. He got a princess of the country to fall for him. Viola fell for him. Say what you want. She fell for him. She really did.
Yeah, she did end up liking him for real. She it seemed like very heavily implied.
And again in Dressrosa, yeah, he may have lost, but he got a hit off of Doflamingo and did damage.
He gave his attacks more praise than he gave Gear 2 attacks. So
yeah, like aside from Red Hawk, like Sanji, like Luffy really couldn't do anything to Doflamingo without Gear 4. He praised Sanji for that kick. Sanji got the better of Doflamingo in that one instance. He was still able to block it.
I'm actually quite surprised some people think Year 2 Luffy is stronger than Sanji. That's kind of weird.
I mean, Red Hawk and shit, and you also got to remember Gear 2 is just a stance, I guess. It's a form.
Part of the problem is
it's a part of his kit. It's not just if he uses Gear 2, he can't use everything else.
Like, have really tried to like basically internalize the Zoro versus Sanji rivalry to like a weird degree, where like they borderline like try to trash Sanji just because they feel like it's like they have to do their civic duty or some shit.
Yeah. It gets pointless at a time where it's no longer about the meme. It's just about who can last the longest. Giggity. But it gets dumb, and I've completely fucking skipped over it. Who do y'all think took Zoro's swords?
Another one of the top 6 headliners.
I think it might either be the Witching Hour boy. He noticed the sword. He knows it from like books or whatever, or from fucking stories. Hell, there might even be a statue of Ryuma somewhere in the country. He noticed the sword, he took it, and now Zoro's in hot pursuit. Or the Manslayer took it, and because, you know, Retainer, he's one of not the Retainer, but one of the 3 samurai and probably one of the 9 red scabbards. He's using a scythe from what we saw. He needs a sword. Mm-hmm. He needs a fucking sword.
To be honest, the bigger question is which sword was stolen.
Which sword was stolen?
That's actually,
I want to say I assume it was the Shusui.
Shusui.
I assume it was
Yeah.
the Shusui.
Most probably it was
Yeah, most likely it's the Shusui. If it's Wado, I could actually see it being Wado. Maybe both, maybe all of them, because they're all Mado. They're all Wazmono grade swords.
It's not really about that. It's about like if Shusui was stolen, yeah, Zoro's gonna go after it. It's very important, and people in Wano are gonna like, oh, that's the legendary sword of Ryuma. But if Wado Ichimonji was stolen,
That's
Zoro's
something.
gonna be
Yeah, that's something personal to him. I could also see it being the Katetsu sword, because if it is Denjiro, the Manslayer, and he is like still loyal to the Kozuki, remember Hitetsu is a descendant of Kitetsu. He probably doesn't know that Zoro already met up with him and was like, wait, did Zoro meet up with Hitetsu? No, he didn't, right?
No,
He didn't
I don't
know.
think so.
Yeah, he didn't, but
Oh.
yeah, but he didn't. So he probably doesn't know that Zoro is with Luffy, and he probably, like, Denjiro probably doesn't even know the entire situation. So he just sees, holy shit, that's a Katetsu sword. I need to return this to Hitetsu. He has Katetsu the second, which no, he doesn't no more. Which we gonna get to that too. It could have been him or Denjiro. Oh my god, give me a second. Yeah.
how much you gonna eat? Oodles.
And I'm back. So
Mhm.
yeah, so it could be the Witching Hour boy stealing his all three of his swords for money to give to the town, or it could be Denjiro either returning a sword, keeping a sword for himself, or yeah, like I said, returning the sword because he recognized them and was like, I need to either
Maybe it was
return
the
it to them.
Kitetsu and the curse is making it move by its own. Who knows?
The curses for the swords in One Piece, in my opinion, don't mean
What?
shit. I think it's just bad luck. And Zoro has already broken the Kitetsu sword's curse.
I don't think it's just bad luck because I think after he gets the new sword,
The
he's gonna
curse
be
for
like,
the Kitetsu was already explained. Anybody who takes up a Kitetsu sword all die.
I think
they all
there's
die.
more to it than that.
There's
There's
been nothing else that says anything more to that curse except if you
Like,
take one,
what do you think
die.
Zoro's buff is gonna be in this arc?
Zoro's buff, he gets another sword.
Yeah, do you think he gets the sword and that's it? He just gets a new blade.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, it
all that
wouldn't-
happened?
That's literally how it worked last time.
Yeah.
No,
a
it's
new
not,
sword-
it's not about that. So that the curse would probably do something to his demon shit, his demon aura, or whatever.
There
is going
is
on with
no
Ashura.
demon aura. This is not Bleach
Ashura.
or Naruto.
Haki,
Demons
everything-
do
all that is
not
haki.
exist with inside
I'm
swords.
I'm not saying that there's a demon inside of Zoro's ass, but I'm
Yeah,
saying that he has
and the
some kind of power.
yeah, and that power is most likely Haki.
Ashura?
Yeah, and like I said, Conqueror's
I'm not
Haki.
buying the Conqueror.
Conqueror's Haki is intimidation. For all we know, this is not another form, but another use of Conqueror's Haki. That's how I like to look at it. I don't see the possibility of, oh, it's a cursed sword, so it gives him a demon form.
But saying that
If
Zoro
it-
has that because of Conqueror's Haki, when all we've seen from Conqueror's Haki so far is like
Is
being
that it
able to-
intimidates?
Yeah,
It intimidates.
That means that Zoro's better with Conqueror's Haki than Luffy.
No, Zoro is
No.
unknowingly using Conqueror's Haki. He's leaking it out. He's letting it out in pulses, not just one big mass that knocks out everybody.
Yeah, but it just means that Zoro has more proficiency with Conqueror's Haki. So that he can make a
Utility,
new
not
form.
proficiency. Utility. Luffy
say
is
that.
more proficient with it because he can knock out hundreds, thousands of people with it, whereas Zoro shows an illusion and petrifies people. They stand
Yeah,
still.
but he's sort of more skilled per se.
Yeah, utility, not proficiency.
More skilled. So same. You get my point.
No. We're arguing
It is more
semantics.
skill.
We're
It is
arguing
more skill.
semantics at this point. Ziad, this is another reason that I say you don't. That is not you in that picture. The way you are arguing, I cannot put that face to the way that you're arguing. No.
You'll get used to it.
No. No. You know what? Fuck the video
thing
call. Fuck the video call shit. Unless I see you in person, that's not you.
Bruh.
Kitetsu curse nerf to shitty sense of direction. Grotesque. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Still in the bathhouse. Oh yeah, we get fucking Hio's design. We already talked about it, but damn, this man needs to get back to the way he looks. He's fat. He got a gut.
Is Hio connected to King because of the fire? Is that a technique?
No. Look at his hair, and then look at that, and look at that monster that Tama tamed. Same type of hairstyle. I don't think it's fire.
Yeah, but is it like a technique in Wano? Like that's a known technique in Wano?
I don't think you can just combust yourself. Well, Sanji can do it.
Sanji can. Yeah.
Sanji can do it, but I don't think that's like legit fire. I think it's just a hair, like his hairstyle, because he's based off of a Japanese statue.
The Buddha?
It's not the goddamn Buddha. I saw it on fucking Twitter earlier. Just like the octopus, octopuses. Octopussy. These are based off of a painting of an octopus raping a woman. The origins of hentai. Shinobu gives.
What's the name of that picture?
You got to go watch Sawyer's video because I cannot remember what it was.
You out of pocket for that.
Yo, Ziad has an unnatural obsession with hentai. I think he's starting to come over to the dark side. And Ziad, I gotta tell you, it's not too bright over here, bro. It's not. Queen is talking about Hyo and Luffy have to be punished. And Queen said, you don't need to be punished if you join our crew. I'll request that Kaido spare you. Wait. Dream of the fisherman's wife. That's what it is. Thank you, Grotesque. Thank you. You are a god among men. A god among men. I said a glod. But Raizo's like, yo, you don't need to fuck with this man. I have the key. Why'd you get in trouble? You fucked up, Luffy. And just so happens, what cell does Raizo happen to be standing in front of? The cell with the mysterious prisoner who people were saying, oh, it could be Shiki. It could be Scopper Gabon. It could be the third mink leader. Don't think there is a mink leader. A third mink leader. I'm sorry, Dritz. Never agreed with it. I told you that. Don't think there was a third mink leader. People are saying, oh, if you look at the flashback of when the Dukes were kids and they showed up at Wano, if you look to the side, you could see the outline of another person, and that is clearly fur. No, that looks like long hair, not fur. Flexing art history degree for inside trivia. Yo, Grotesque funny as hell. But inside, it's Kawamatsu, and of course, he did not. Like, he's just like Ashura Doji shooting Maru. He didn't get sent into the future because he wasn't a retainer. He comments how Raizo still looks exactly the same. My question is, why the fuck does Raizo look scared?
I think he just wasn't ready. Like, and it's like high stakes.
He's surprised.
Yeah, he's like, oh shit, you're here. Or do you think that he sees something shocking? Like
I think he expected him to be dead.
Something, because like if we're analyzing this like the writing, what was put in the chapter, it specifically said that, oh, if you do this, your arm gets cut off. So you do this, your legs get cut off. He's probably missing an arm or a leg.
Yeah, I think if he is missing an arm, we're already at our quota for one-armed swordsman. We got Inuarashi and Shanks.
Watch it turn out that he's like.
I don't think he's missing any limbs though. I think that Raizo was in there to help Luffy, and he, like you said, he turned and was like, "Oh shit, you're here too? How the fuck?" I think Kawamatsu may have given himself up willingly because they had a plan. 20 years. That's how long they're gonna be gone. Ooh, excuse me. Or Maybe not. He didn't even know how long. All he knew is he has to survive until they show up again. He can't, if he goes on the run as a criminal, he may not be able to eat. He may starve. Shit goes to hell. I think he gave himself up. They tried to break his will. He said, fuck you. Fuck you. And they threw him in the prison and started to feed him poisonous. They tried everything and he just would not break. So they started feeding him poisonous fish. And that's how he kept himself nourished. He's been eating poisonous fish for the past 20 odd years. More like nigga. What's up, blood? This man. Yeah, I think Kawamatsu has been in here. He gave himself up willingly, knowing that they were gonna feed him. They were gonna keep him alive because Kaido wanted him on his crew. And Raizo is just shocked to see him. What I'm hoping for, every time we get a new character, what I'm hoping for,
his design is good,
is that, well, we got Kinemon, and we got Kinemon. He was a goofy kind of design, but in the end, he actually did. I actually do think that Kinemon has a pretty decent design, especially for a samurai. What I'm hoping is that Kawamatsu is
a ninja that looks like a ninja.
The Kinemon of the ninja in the Kozuki. Please, Oda. Please. Ninja.
Wait, you expect him to wear like a black mask around his head?
Fictional ninja are known to have poison resistance. They have trained their bodies to be the perfect escape artist, the perfect torture device, the perfect person to be tortured, because you're not getting anything from them. They know how to find and hold information. That is why, please. As a matter of fact, I might need to Google what No. Blood, you're Asian. What does Kawamatsu mean in Japanese? You are an Asian man. This is racism at its finest. This is stereotyping, but I don't care. I don't even think you're Japanese. But I don't care. I'm hoping Kawamatsu is the ninja that we don't need, but he's the one that we deserve. Make Wano great again. Actually, in Edo, Japan, ninjas that were caught were poisoned as one of the executions. I know the historical facts, like ninja weren't elite guards trained in the art of the shadows in order to protect the feudal lords or whatever. They were farmers who got tired of bullshit samurai who dropped the Ronin code, who dropped the Bushido code and started taxing them in like high as fuck. So they didn't even have like special like high quality tools. The black egg was literally a painted black egg that was drained and put like shards of glass on the inside. They threw it at the face mask of the samurai armor, and when it shattered, they had glass in their fucking face.
Yup. Honestly, it's beautiful.
Bruh, they would loot the dead samurai that they would find, that they would kill. That's how they got a hold of swords and shit. But going into a fight, all they had was fucking sickles from the field, rakes, and fucking gardening tools. They didn't have swords. They didn't have shurikens. Well, later they had shurikens, but that's because they broke off the tips of fucking rakes and tied them together like a throwing star. Direct action. Wait, what? Also, I don't speak weeb. You goddamn liar, Blood. You're like one of the weeb. This nigga Blood just said, I don't speak weeb.
You're Asian.
They did have swords. Yeah, they had swords after they looted the bodies. After they looted bodies of dead samurai. All they needed was to kill one samurai. They got one sword, gave it to the best swordsman they had. Trickery plus swordsmanship. Yeah, I think that samurai is dying. Now you got two swords. Two swordsmen against one samurai. Now you got three against two. Now you got five, and so on and so forth until they had enough swords to supply the rest of the people. Should I take over the world? Nah. I can't. But yeah, I'm hoping Kawamatsu is that dude. I'm hoping Kawamatsu is that ninja. And with that, we are 1 minute away from the hour and a half mark. So, ratings for the chapter, people. Let's
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. That is respectable. Florian?
I'm giving 6.5 to 7.
We do whole numbers. Whole numbers.
All right. I'm gonna say 7 then.
7 out of 10, respectable. I'm also gonna give it a 7 out of 10. And much like Eric from the Red Force podcast, I feel like I need to start saying that shit more. Like, start saying where I'm hearing these sources. Every time Zoro leaves an area when he's about to be brought into the plot, I'm gonna take a point off. Because why? Well, why are you leaving? Oda, you just shoehorned in some bullshit reason for Zoro to leave when he was literally right about to meet up with the rest of the crew. Literally.
Yep.
I'm
It's
taking a
literally
point
just
off.
using his gag to, but like I said, he already has written Zoro in such a way that he's not actually going to help with the samurai recruitment. So there's no reason for him to be around for any of those.
Unless him
He's
getting
probably gonna recruit the last samurai.
unless him
Yeah.
getting lost, if it's not the witching hour boys sometime at night and Zoro spots him like running with his swords or a sword, it could either be that or he runs into the manslayer and this fucker is trying to kill Zoro. They fight, they clash. We get a fucking fight for Zoro, a serious fight that nobody ends up dead though. Zoro recruits the manslayer who happens to be Denjiro, the last samurai. Zoro just recruited one of the strongest people that we have, and on top of it, he got rid of the manslayer shit. Now, ow, motherfucker.
I just hate that Oda is stalling with whatever he has planned for Zoro.
Again, I think it's just to keep, because like Smash said, he's only keeping him out because he doesn't have much use outside of fighting. And I feel like there's going the Dressrosa route with it. He's keeping him away from the story until he needs him in the story.
It's a very linear way of thinking because there's so much things you could do with a character. See, how Zoro went to an island and you found out, oh, this island is not an island, but Zoro went to Ibisu, was like, oh, these guys laugh a lot. These guys this. There's ways that you could have the other characters interact with Zoro so we could have knowledge about either Wano or Kaido or anything.
And you know what, Smash?
Zoro's also been written to be really dumb, though.
No, Smash. That's the thing. You know, I'm gonna retract what I said. I don't think Zoro is useless outside of fighting because he gave advice to Luffy before he left Zou. He's a pretty intelligent dude. He knows how to rally. He knows how to rally people. He knows how to encourage.
Zoro's kind of a good commander. When it comes to crews.
Yeah, he's a good commander. He can rally people. It's just he just fucking doesn't. He doesn't.
He can literally only do it if it's like, hey, I'm mad about this thing. I don't like this thing.
I mean, he gave Luffy advice before leaving Zou.
Everyone has given Luffy advice.
Wait, say it again.
Everyone gives Luffy advice. Like that's not.
Yeah, but Zoro.
The ones that Zoro gives to Luffy, it's always a little bit more like on the head. Like Luffy needed to hear this. Like
Luffy, wake up.
How he confronted Luffy back in Water 7 about Usopp, or how he was talking about Kaido, of the upcoming war. This is like, yo, this is
like Luffy takes it to mind.
Like we discussed though, ultimately, if Zoro is still getting lost, still not keeping track of Shisui, it loses a lot of value because he himself is not actually staying on mission and making it a point to not get caught up in shit. Hold up.
Matter of fact, all Oda needed to do with Zoro for this arc is just explain the backstory of Shisui. That's all he really needed to do.
Yeah,
even though
I into what's his name? Odin or any of the other samurai. It could have done anything, but it just
the point is that currently there's you got to think everybody who is doing something right now is also utilizing their skills on the ship and or their ability to just do more. Nami's at least utilizing the climb attack to do ninja art. Usopp is over here sniping people's pockets and ability to lie.
Bro, Usopp was on some crazy espionage shit. He walked past dude, man. Yo, he walked past this monster samurai, and he was able to plant some shit on him to the point where he didn't even know who did it. He just slipped the paper in his hand, and he was like, "What the fuck? Who the hell? Who just did that?" Nah, Usopp, chill out. But
like Robin like has the ability to like one because she's a studious person, she applied those skills to learn the culture of the geisha and all that other stuff, so she could trade that way. Zoro's skill set just doesn't translate into this art.
To be fair, though, even if it's true that Zoro's only skill is fighting, Wano does seem like an arc that's going to be heavily like the main thing about Wano is the fights, and Zoro's gonna be the main man.
When it comes to Zoro, if he wants to be,
about Whole Cake Island.
If Zoro wants to, like you said, he really only rallies rallies heavy whenever he's angry or upset about something, and I feel like that's gonna come out mostly when it's time to start the fight. In Zoro, and like a lot of people, I could see a lot of people not having the courage or hell even the nutsack to even attempt to, but they're all still complaining about how bad life is there. If you want shit to get better, then fight for whatever the hell you want.
The 5,000 I still think is going to be everyone around
wait,
the
say
world
it again.
knows the 5,000 soldiers that they need. It's not going to be like I don't like as much as I want it to be the same. The way it's being written at this point. I mean,
if you believe the Grand Fleet theory, then we already got way more people than we need.
Yeah, like we said anyway.
If the fleet isn't there, it's gonna probably be like 500, not 5,000.
Yeah, if we don't get all 5,000 and the fleet doesn't show up until like later, it's gonna be one of those. The odds are stacked. It's gonna be a 300 story. Odds are stacked against them, and they're gonna have to use like every ounce of their intellect in order to even get close to what they need to accomplish.
Probably most of the supernovas on Wano are going to be on Luffy's side. Apu, Hawkins.
I don't think Apu is going to be on our side. I think Apu is only fighting for whatever side he thinks is winning at the time. And I think he's going to stick with Kaido.
He's going to pick up that Luffy's going to win in the end, and he's going to pick a side.
Nah, I think Apu is going to stick with Kaido until like the very, very end. And then when Kaido, I think he's gonna abandon Kaido because they're not gonna take him to his side. Hawkins, most likely he's gonna flip to us. You already know my theory about Drake and Law.
What did Hawkins want?
I don't fucking know. He's an
His
enigma.
Safety.
Yeah, Hawkins is an enigma. Kid, I feel like they're not gonna ally, but the enemy of my enemy is not my friend, but let's fight. Let's beat the fuck out of him anyway. And we already got Law on our side. Bonnie, I don't think is coming to Wano. Aruj, she's still fucked up. Capone, I don't think he's coming. Killer is probably already here.
With the rallying is that we have other characters now who are doing that role, and it makes more story sense for them to do it in Zoro. Like we have Law, who's initiated the alliance. We got Kinemon, who's like a samurai from Wano, so like he's losing rallying spots to people for narrative reasons need to be doing that instead of him.
Yeah, but those are the kind of more strategic people
but they're
who
also
rally.
The people in charge of.
You need people like when you talk about someone who you want to follow because of their like charisma per se. That's Zoro, not like
Ziad, can you wait?
What?
Yeah, can you link the Viva cards for me?
The Viva cards.
Yeah, because I'm on
Library of Ohara.
Nah, I can't find them.
It's okay.
Zoro, to me, is a character you watch do things, not necessarily follow him. Most of the time, the people around him are not inspired, but what the fuck is this crazy dude doing?
Thank you. But
I'm sad that Sabo didn't get much in the Viva cards.
I honestly don't give a fuck.
Sabo's being safe.
I honestly don't give a fuck.
Dude, it's Sabo.
I don't give a fuck.
You gotta remember that Sumer's just gonna put Ace over.
No, he's a replacement for Ace.
You mean a better version of Ace?
No, he's a replacement.
Whoa. You don't just get a new
He's a Gary Stew of Ace.
Oh, stop.
Sabo
Sabo
has
when,
no flaws.
What's it called?
New Brian.
Dies, and then
no. Oh, you talking about that one when with Vinny? Yeah,
that's what Sabo is.
Yeah,
Sabo is a mini.
Nah, Sabo is new Brian to me. He's so fucking perfect. Can you do anything wrong? No. But as soon as he does, as soon as he does something that actually he fucks up, that's when I'm gonna like him. But that's also when Stewie's going to fucking kill him.
I mean, when did Mihawk and Shanks fuck up?
It's not that they fucked up; it's that they actually have personality, and it's not that. I'm not gonna say personality. I don't know how to explain it. Mihawk has doubt. Sabo, he came in. I'm gonna get the Marinomi. Leave it to me. I'm gonna stop these Marines. Leave it to me. I'm gonna hold off Fujitora. Leave it to me. Like, nigga, is there anything you can't do? Can you fly? Oh, the anime made me do that. Get the fuck off my screen.
He can fly. He can fly.
I said canonically. Canonically? No, he can't.
I mean, he is. I mean, if Smoker can fly and he's Smoke, I can assume that's.
I wouldn't be surprised if.
Oh yeah,
Sabo
most likely
knew,
he can, but we haven't seen it, so I'm not giving it to him.
Probably he can. Probably.
Most likely he can, but haven't seen it. Not giving it to him.
Come on now.
Haven't seen it. Not giving it to him. Zoro, haven't seen him use Conqueror's Haki. Not giving it to him. I think he has it. Can't give it to him. Hasn't used it.
I'll say he'll get it later on, or
you
he
can't,
has it.
You can't develop you can't develop Conqueror's Haki. You have to be born with it and then
maybe he has it, but he can't use it right now, and he has to use it. He'll learn later on.
He hasn't unlocked it.
Nah, I think Haki as a whole is unlocked. Then you have to train in each individual aspect of Haki, but he just hasn't trained in Conquerors. If he has
Awaken's the better word.
I mean, if that's the case, then Sanji can get Conqueror.
No, Sanji does not have the aspirations of a conqueror. He doesn't have the qualities of king.
And Sanji's literally royalty.
Okay,
that's fine.
So you know who else is literally royalty? Cobra and Vivi. That don't mean that they are candidates for conquerors.
You kind of cut out for me, so.
Cobra and Vivi are literally royalty. Hell, they're the highest of royalty.
Yeah.
That don't mean that they have conquerors. And no way in fucking hell do I see them having conquerors.
I don't really see Zoro getting it either.
Because of his ambitions. I'm just saying he get conquerors because it fits. It just fits.
Yeah, and I'm saying Sanji won't get it because it does fit Zoro.
Nah,
it really does. It really does.
Zoro Sanji,
literally. Why would Sanji get it?
Viva cards.
Zoro. It doesn't.
Viva cards.
Zoro can barely figure out where he's going. How the hell is he supposed to lead people?
Oh, come on now.
It's not just about leading.
It's very straightforward.
It's not just about leading. Well,
Sanji
has a bigger flaw than just than direction. He's a fucking pervert. You throw a woman in front of him, he can't do shit. That's not a conqueror.
I mean, my point is, I don't think either one of them had it. But like, if you're gonna say like it fits Zoro somehow, you got to really back that up and explain what you think qualifies him as a conqueror outside of he fights people sometimes.
Because it just seems.
No. Like you got to explain that.
Okay, all right. Moving on. We're going to agree to disagree that we agree that Smash is wrong.
He's the first mate.
That's not a good excuse.
Vice captain, yes.
It's not really an excuse. It's just the
Viva cards. We get some ages here. We get confirmation of Dory and Brogy. They're 160.
And Fujitora is 54.
Fuji is 54. Glam needs to shut the fuck up with his old man shit. Oh, the old men are garbage. Oh, but I didn't say 60 before I said 70. Shut up, Glam.
He put Garp below Katakuri.
He put Garp way too low. Roswald, Saint Roswald, the asshole who's riding a human, he's 55. Saint Charlos is 24. Nigga, what's your name? Reggie, how old are you? I'm 15, Mr. Barnett. Nigga, shit you, at least 30. Roswald is not 24. I mean, Saint Charlos is not 24. That nigga look at least 30. Q bad boy scene with Reggie. Nigga, you at least 30. Saint Char, let's just call her that bitch. She's 17 post time skip. I wanted Rayleigh to fucking gut her. Bruh, her and Charlos and Saboti, I wanted both of them to die. Like that punch that he took. You ever notice every time he fucks with a mermaid, he always getting put down like heavy?
Yeah.
Fucked up. We get height charts. We get heights. Nobody cares. Origins. Suru North Blue. That was kind of obvious, seeing as how she was chasing Doflamingo in the North Blue, but not necessarily because the Marines can travel between seas at will. East Blue, Garp and Sabo, Gao Kingdom. Garp said that he grew up in the Gao Kingdom recently, didn't he? I believe so. And Sabo, we already knew that. Sengoku and Aokiji are from the South Blue. Born in the Grand Line. We got Lucci, Stussy, and Fujitora. Fuji may actually
has to be from Wano.
Yeah, he probably is from Wano. Who the hell knows where
he was from the Grand Line instead of the New World?
Nah, the Grand Line means in general. They don't specify whether it's the New World or Paradise. Yeah. Dorian Brogy, Elbath, obviously, but not all giants are from Elbath. And we already know where the Celestial Dragons are from. Who cares? Favorite foods? Does anybody really care about this?
The only thing I'm interested about is that they made Sabo's favorite food is ramen because he had the Naruto voice when he was young.
Which I find funny is that younger Sabo has Naruto's voice actor, but Sanji was originally supposed to be named Naruto.
Also true.
That is hilarious. Charlos, I fucking hate his favorite food because I love soft serve ice cream. Luxurious soft serve ice cream. Well, soft serve ice cream. You fucking get it. The shit that comes out in the cone and you got to move the cone to actually have it shaped. You know, ice cream truck ice cream. It's a great fucking pastime for me. It's absolutely amazing. Fuck Charlos.
Lucci's favorite food is brandy.
That's not a food.
That's called alcoholism.
Word.
That's okay.
Blood types, who cares? Romanized names, who cares? Additional information. Legend of the Marine history. Sengoku, I'm skipping straight to it. My boy got conquerors. He has conquerors hockey. I am lifting my band. Well, I did say I don't think any Marine has conquerors hockey, but I never disqualified the idea that Marines could have conquerors. All I thought that I didn't think anybody right now had it. Whether anybody could get it, who the fuck knows? Sengoku has conquerors hockey. You know who still has not been confirmed to have conquerors, even though it most likely is obvious? Roger. Garp, no confirmed conquerors hockey. These two motherfuckers was at the top of their game with no conquerors hockey, going up against motherfuckers like Chin Jiao, Whitebeard, Big Mom, and fucking Rod. Well, Roger, no confirmed hockey.
And
but
Rocks.
Still. And the fucking Rocks.
Whoever they are, doesn't matter. They got bought by Guard.
Sengoku and Suru joined the Marines around the same time. 56 years ago. Isn't he 50? Aren't they like 56 now?
No, they're
the 70s.
Oh yeah, damn. Ooh. So they joined when they were like 20 something. Suru was a jaw dropper.
Eye candy.
Yeah, word. They joined around the same time, 56 years ago.
So we're just gonna skip over Sengoku's hairline?
I mean,
Bro, hey,
you know what? You got to give him props. He kept it consistent all of these years. He kept his hairline consistent. Unlike Garp, who lost the shit that fell over he lost his like mini bangs. And much like me, his hairline started to recede. Sengoku, he kept that shit consistent. Through and through. Where the fuck was I?
Confirmed silver.
Reigning justice.
Hold on. Together they were trained to become stronger, rising in the ranks through the years. The three of them, their encounters with Whitebeard, Gold Roger came to be known as the legendary, as legends of Marine history. These motherfuckers, I want a backstory. See, that is one thing that I feel like Fairy Tail does better than a lot of other series. They do, like, Mashima did side stories. He gave his editors the script, and the storyline to follow and said, draw. They gave us Gray's backstory. Love the artwork for that, by the way. I want more backstory for that. Give me a side story for like a 10 chapter side story about these motherfuckers coming up in the Marines. Look at young Garp, Sengoku, and Suru. They look godly. They look like those. Garp look like that dude who keeps his uniform unkempt, but when the Marine officers try and punish him, he runs his 100,000 laps. He does his 6 million push-ups with a smile, and when he says, "I'm done," he says, you know, the fucking officer tells him, "All right, now I'm punishing your team. Every time you fuck up, they fuck up. And by the time they get tired of it and ready to fuck Garp up, he fucks all of them up." Until Suru comes over and say, "Get your shit together." That's Luffy's grandmother, by the way. I'm just throwing that out there.
Say that Suru was probably involved with one of them.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
This is a shonen.
That was probably a Team 7 situation. Fucking what the hell is his name? Sengoku wanted Suru. Suru wanted Garp. Garp got Suru.
So Suru's like Luffy's grandma.
Luffy, that's what I'm going with.
All right.
Wapple with Conqueror's Hockey. Discuss. Grotesque, you gotta chill. Hey, Kuma says stop the shipping. This ain't the CW. Come on. Too soon. Bruh. Arrow just got canceled, Kuma. You gotta chill. Alright, Sengoku, ever since his youth, Sengoku had always been a I'm sorry, my fucking monitor is far as fuck from my eyes, even though I'm wearing glasses. Ain't that some shit? Sengoku had always been diligent and a rigorous man. From his childhood all the way through his Marine life, he's also had the same afro hairstyle since he was a kid. Oh yeah, we did see Sengoku when he was a kid.
Yeah.
He definitely kept that shit consistent. Interestingly enough, he originally from the South Blue. Eventually, Sengoku rose through the ranks of Vice Admiral, and then Fleet Admiral, yada, yada, yada. Who cares? We already know this shit. With the position of Fleet Admiral, Sengoku became privy to some of the Marine secrets, like the O'Hara incident, and he also knows what the D clan is. He knows the initial D.
He probably also knows about the voice century.
Oh yeah,
he
absolutely.
Should have told Law what the whole point. Flipping.
I feel like it's Sengoku's fault that Law is the way he is. Why didn't Sengoku cause Rosinante told him about Law. He told him, "I have a little kid with me. I'm trying to help him get better. He's getting better." So when he died, you didn't go looking for that kid. The way Rosinante talked, he loved this kid with all of his heart, and he gave his life to help him.
I think if Rosinante made it clear that he wanted Sengoku to help them specifically, get us out of here, he would have done it. But I think Rosinante was also invested in keeping his brother at bay, in control.
Oh yeah, that too. Sengoku is immensely powerful. Not only is he revealed to be well acquainted in using observation or armament hockey, but he is also one of the few characters in the series with Conqueror's Hockey. The first revealed such in the Viva cards. The one Marine who has Conqueror's Hockey. Fucking love it. Conqueror's Hockey, even though it's not because it's not as flushed out right now, I feel like Conqueror's Hockey is a badge of the mega top tiers. If you are a top tier and motherfuckers try and challenge you, you flash Conqueror's Hockey and they are backing the fuck off, depending on who it is. But if you don't get knocked out from it and you don't have it yourself, you are not challenging that top tier. You're not. And if you do, you're getting no diffed.
I mean, Luffy has Conquerors. He ain't top tier.
He's on his way up there. Kid has Conquerors.
That's true.
Garp, ever since childhood, Garp was always a free soul. Of course, we saw this nigga riding a tiger with a treasure chest and a pipe. Who does that shit? Ace, Luffy, and Sabo. Duh. 40 years ago, before Roger's era, Garp gained his epithet hero during the era of the Rocks. Then 10 years later, he managed to flatten Shinjao's drill, which is considered the hardest hit in the world. He earned his name, Garp the Fist. Now, this is the shit that pisses me off. Brago boys. I can't remember which one of y'all said this. Kobe, his epithet is not the hero. He got the title Hero of the Rocky Port Incident. He does not have the same title as Garp. He is not Kobe, the hero of the Marines. No, he's the hero of this specific incident. That one incident. Kobe is still pink-haired Kobe. Fuck you. Skipping down, Suru, everything right here we already know. Wait. In fact, Garp is confirmed to have conquerors, though no conquerors. Oh, I was about to say, Arthur, you fucking with me? Did that say Garp has conquerors? Suru
He probably will have it.
Probably.
I have a hard time imagining him not having it.
Luffy has it. If Dragon has it, I would assume he has it.
I had a hard time imagining it before we knew Sengoku has it, but since he has it now, I mean, why wouldn't Garp have it?
I mean, my fan fiction, Dragon ain't Garp's son. Garp had a daughter.
Come on now.
Garp had a daughter. Yeah, I'm coming like that. Ever since what? Giggity. Ever since she was a young girl and joined the Marines. Ayo, smash your asshole. Ever since she was a young girl and joined the Marines. Alongside Garp and Sengoku, Suru was very smart and intelligent, being the brain. Somebody's calling me. Give me a second. Decline. Skip. Yeah, we know she chased Doflamingo. Over the years, she was incredible, known for knowledge, the great staff officer. Yeah, she's smart. She probably got that. You think Suru probably got the staff officer name from the Rocks era? Or you think it's because she was just smart as hell and she has like the highest record for bringing in the most pirates or some shit?
Option number two.
Like
Both B.
Yeah, probably both. Suru was probably the one commanding the army while Garp was fucking with the Rocks captain. Kuzan from the
smartest marine out there.
Suru. No, Suru. Let's just skip down to Sabo. Let Ziad beat his dick for a little bit.
Now, I was going to, but there's nothing.
Wait, really? Sabo, Hack, and Koala complement each other later. We already know that. Sabo has the smile of Ace. Oda says that Sabo regrets not being able to save Ace due to his amnesia, so he makes sure to protect Luffy. No, we already know that. Sabo combines Ryu's Soken fighting style. That's actually something new. It's confirmed.
No, we didn't see that though.
No, it's confirmed the Ryu Soken is actually a fighting style, not just a name of an attack.
Yeah, what
just
that
like,
basically means is that there's a chance he got his fighting style from Dragon. That's what that tells me.
Ryu Soken.
Okay.
Later, people. All right, Kuma. Talk to you later, bro. Sabo combines Ryu Soken with the Marimar Nomi. Until Ace comes back to life, you get the Marimar Nomi pushed out of you somehow and survive. Ace gets his Devil Fruit back, and then you get a Zoan human fruit. I read a fan fiction before he got the Marimar Nomi that I was so on board with. It was like the human. Yeah, it was like the mythical Zoan human fruit model, like Black Knight or some shit. And I was like, that's dumb.
Black Knight.
Yeah, because like his royal background and like in some mythology, the Black Knight is evil, but in some other ones, he was like the good guy wearing black armor that put fear into people, but he was doing it for a good
Does it give him physical buffs?
Yeah, it gave him serious. Like he pulled a halberd out of the breastplate in his armor. He stuck his arm in, because the dude who wrote the fan fiction has a DeviantArt, and I bookmarked it in one of my old fucking phones, and I don't have the charger for that fucking phone. Pisses me the hell off. Where the hell is that phone at? No, that's an Android. It's right here. It's an old like T-Mobile. How the fuck do you slide this shit up? I can't even. Oh, here we go. It's an old T-Mobile phone. Yeah, I bookmarked a Sabo fan fiction on this shit. It was bad. Like this phone
You
was
can probably
horrible.
look for it online if you just search Sabo fanfiction.
Nah, I looked for it again. I typed in Sabo Black Knight fanfiction. There are a lot of fanfictions with Sabo that refer to him as the Black Knight. Believe it or not, there are actually a lot, and none of them are the same one that I remember. I need to find the chart. I need to find Black Knight. Like because Sabo had like he covers his body in armor, but the inside of the armor is like low key hollow, with the exception of some black smoke. He opens up the chest plate, sticks his hand inside the smoke, and he pulls out a halberd that he works the same way that he was using his pipe. And I was like, yo, that's fucking fire. I love it.
You know what else is fire? The fire fruit with
Nope.
Sabo.
Nope.
Well.
Nope. Don't compliment his fire style enough. Oh, I'm a dragon, but I'm also royalty, so I slay dragons and I can breathe fire.
I'm quite sure fire complements a dragon.
Suck my balls. I like the Black Knight better.
The Dark Knight Chapter 4.
No, it wasn't the Dark Knight. It was the Black Knight. The
Black Knight.
The Hito Nomi model Black Knight.
It says black as night.
No, Black Knight. Just the Black Knight.
Are you quite sure about that?
That was his. I can't remember what the title was, but in the fan fiction, the devil fruit was the Hito Nomi model Black Knight. The Going Merry and the Thousand Sunny, everybody already speculated this. They occupy the number 11 and 12 spots in the Viva cards on the Straw Hat list, which is weird because Jinbei is number 10 and Vivi is number 13, putting her behind the ships because she's a former member. A lot of people is taking this as confirmation that no one else after Jinbei is joining. I don't believe it, but who the fuck knows? Could go either way. But after that,
I thought there was like 2 more spots.
No, those 2 spots were 11 and 12 because like after Jinbei is 10 and then 11 and 12 were blank and then 13 was Vivi, but the Going Merry and the Thousand Sunny occupy the 11 and 12 spot.
Is that confirmed?
Yeah, it's the Viva cards.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Because remember, the crew considers the ships as much part of the crew as they are.
That's some bullshit.
I know, right? But that is the end of the Viva cards, or at least everything worth mentioning.
Everything relevant.
Yeah, everything relevant, or yeah, you get what I mean. Thank you everybody for joining. I have been working on a new type of video because I need something for my channel aside from just discussions and reviews and like the occasional Rooster Teeth reactions. So, transition. I am doing this. I'm working on versus battles. Expect that within like the next 2 to 3 weeks because I'm lazy. And
months?
No, 2 to 3 weeks, Ziad. Weeks. If it takes
Which means months, in your words.
Maybe. But yeah, I am trying to get this done. I'm done writing. I'm done typing up everything. And all I have to do is just get the rest of the assets working, like the transitions and animations that I'm going to be using. But yeah, look forward to that. Thank you, Smash, Florian, and Ziad for sticking with me 2 hours in. Damn, we just over the 2 hour mark. Like the discussion if you did. Subscribe if you're new. Comment when the video goes live in a few minutes. Join the Discord if you actually want to join in on any of these discussions. And I'll see you guys later.